Alright, so week number 16 is in the history books. Wait. I know what you're thinking. Why are you wearing the Devils shirt? Are you a Flyers fan? No. I want to make this crystal clear. I don't like the Flyers. Alright? I never liked the Flyers. Now, with that being said, I'm a Devils fan. I've always loved them. Always will. Okay. So, got that out of the way, and nobody likes it, then oh well. Okay, so let's talk about week number 16, and then I'm going to give out the final week of NFL predictions. Before we start, for those of you that have watched my prediction videos for the last several weeks, yes, I will get to that in a little bit later. So let's do the week number 16 review. Alright, so we kick it off with Thursday Night Football. The Eagles beat the Giants 24-19. And it looked like temporarily that the Giants were not going to go to the playoffs, but not yet. But right now, since Tampa Bay lost, that gave the Giants a playoff berth, and we'll get to that in a little bit later. No, the Eagles played pretty good. I just wish that they would have played a lot better throughout the rest of the season after the week 4 bye week. And we could have been contenders for the playoffs or just get a playoff berth. But instead the Giants got a playoff berth and the Dallas Cowboys won the division. But the right team won the division. Okay, let's go to the Christmas Eve games. The Miami Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills 34-31 in overtime. And we just got late breaking news that Rex Ryan has gotten fired from the Buffalo Bills. So he has no job. Wonder if the 49ers might pick him. Surprised they haven't fired Chip Kelly yet. We'll get to that later. But anyways, Miami Dolphins, congratulations to the Dolphins. They've got a playoff berth. And they're going to the postseason. Ugh, can't even talk today. The Atlanta Falcons beat the Carolina Panthers 33-16 to win the NFC South Division. Congrats to the Atlanta Falcons. The Redskins beat the Bears 41-21 to keep with their playoff hopes alive. I don't want to see the Redskins go in there. And even if they do go in, they're going to be a one-and-done team anyways. I guarantee it. Now this is the game I'm going to talk about. The Cleveland Browns have finally won a game. And my prediction did not come true. The Cleveland Browns beat the Chargers 20-17. And now, since I've lost my prediction, drink this. And on my next video, when I upload this, you're going to see a live video of me drinking this. Now, mind you, I always hated V8 since I was a kid and I threw up all the time. So I also bought this in case if I throw up. So I'm prepared. So I'm not backing off. If the Browns would have been 0-16, I would have had a big poster of the 2016 Cleveland Browns roster. And it would have been CJ Hawk 85 was right, but unfortunately the Browns won, and the reason why is because the field goal kicker for the San Diego Chargers missed 2 of them late in the fourth quarter. You could have at least tied it and get the ball back and win, or kick a field goal and tie for overtime, but no, you missed twice. And you cost me my damn bet, and now, Merry Christmas to me, I gotta drink this! Philip Rivers, I'm gonna... I hate this team. The Chargers were stupid enough to lose to the Browns. Can't even beat an 0-14 Browns. Alright, enough of that. And the Packers have beaten the Vikings 38-25 to keep their playoff hopes alive and hopefully win the NFC North. But now, the NFC North is still up for grabs. We'll get to that in a little bit later. The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Tennessee Titans 38-17. And, wow, Marcus Mariota got hurt in that game. That was tragic, but not as tragic as we'll get to in a little bit later. The Patriots beat the Jets 41-3. Business as usual. Before the 4 o'clock games, the Oakland Raiders beat the Indianapolis Colts 33-25. The Oakland Raiders did feel like winners, but tragedy happened. Derek Carr gets hurt. Has a broken fibula. He ain't playing for the rest of the year, not even in the postseason. So it's all up to the backup quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. And without Derek Carr, they're not going to win. They're probably not winning the AFC West. They might go to the Chiefs. What a bad break by the Oakland Raiders. They worked so hard. Won 12 games this year. And I knew they were going to be a good team. I didn't think they would be this great. But I feel bad for Derek Carr. I mean, this was a big-time tragedy. And I thought Oakland Raiders may have had a shot, but without Derek Carr, I don't know. I don't know how this backup quarterback... Can he live up and finish the job what Derek Carr started? Or is... I don't know. I mean, I've seen one quarterback, I forget what his name was, that took Phil Simms' job after Phil Simms got hurt in the 1990 season when the Giants won the Super Bowl. A backup quarterback has done it before. There's been a few backup quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl in the past in the NFL. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know. The San Francisco 49ers finally won a game. Whoopity-doo. 22-21. You should have seen Chip Kelly's reaction when he got the 2-point conversion. He's like, yeah! Yeah! And I just said, like, Chip Kelly, shut the F up. Like, it took you all this time to win. You're 13 games late, dumbass. And if that's enough to keep your job and beating back-to-back against the Los Angeles Rams, and that's the only team you guys can beat, then the 49ers are a horribly run organization. They better not keep them. Just a while ago, they fired Rex Ryan from the Buffalo Bills. I'm surprised they haven't even fired Chip Kelly in San Francisco. I don't know why they're still keeping him and letting him coach the final game of the season. So, the New Orleans Saints beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-24, and that gave the New York Giants a playoff berth. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Seahawks 34-31. What a close game that was. Cardinals are playing with pride and passion, but they're just too late. In Seattle, they're still a good team. It's just that lately they haven't finished any games lately. The Saturday night game on Christmas Eve where the kids were sleeping in their beds waiting for Santa Claus. The Texans beat the Bengals 12-10 to win the AFC South. It's a whatever game. Now the Christmas Day game. This was very exciting. This was a nail-biter. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Baltimore Ravens 31-27. This was a really close game. And this was probably one of my favorite games this week. And I'm happy to say that my father's team, the Steelers, have rebounded after week 3. And they have won the AFC North. And congrats to the Pittsburgh Steelers of that. Yeah, I'm happy that they're going to the postseason, and we'll see what happens. Can they get farther to the AFC Championship? We'll see what happens. Looks like it's heading that way. Anyways, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Denver Broncos 33-10, and the Denver Broncos are not going to the postseason. And congrats to the Kansas City Chiefs for a playoff berth. And the AFC conference is completed. Nobody's in the hunt anymore. All the teams that were in the hunt, like the Baltimore Ravens, the Denver Broncos, and the Tennessee Titans, they're out. Their season's over. They're out. It's a shame that both the Broncos and the Panthers, last year they went to the Super Bowl, and this year neither of them are going back to the playoffs. It's been a while that has happened. Okay. So, this was a real bummer. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Detroit Lions 42-21. And man, oh man, what a beatdown on Detroit. And if Detroit loses, I think they're going to be eliminated if they don't win next week. They could be eliminated from the playoffs. Just because you're in first place, you got to keep winning, brother, or else they may again not host the postseason in Detroit. Man, I think Dallas may have crushed their dreams. And Dallas, they got everything under control. Okay, so now we're in the final week number 17 on New Year's Day. And there's some meaningless games, and there's one game that means a lot. Or maybe two. So let's get this underway. Alright, so we're going to kick it off with the 1 o'clock games. The Baltimore Ravens will play against the Bengals, and Baltimore will win. The Houston Texans against the Tennessee Titans. The Texans. The Carolina Panthers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is an important game for Tampa Bay to try to keep their playoff hopes alive. I don't know. I'm gonna pick the Panthers to win. They could beat the Buccaneers probably. The Cleveland Browns against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game really don't mean anything. The Steelers. Why not? The Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought this would have been like a Sunday night football game to determine the NFC East division, and it's a nothing game. I see the Cowboys smoking us. But Eagles could win, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure some Eagles fans are hoping that they're going to win because the Dallas Cowboys are going to rest their best players. I mean, they need a rest for a while. Or maybe they just want to keep playing and playing, but they're risking injury. We'll see what happens. The game that Rex Ryan will not be coaching, the Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. The Bills, whatever. I don't care. The Chicago Bears against the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are trying to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. I guess Minnesota. Chicago's pathetic. The Jaguars against the Colts. I'm going to pick the Colts. Even though these games don't mean anything. This is a game that could happen in the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. They may meet again in the postseason. New England Patriots against the Miami Dolphins. I don't know. New England has home field advantage, I think, right? I mean, this game really don't mean anything, but it will later on if they play against each other for the third time. You know, like I said before, nobody's in the hunt anymore in the AFC, and it's a whatever game. Patriots, I guess, with or without Tom Brady, probably the Patriots. The 4 o'clock games, the Kansas City Chiefs against the San Diego Chargers. This may be the last ever game in San Diego for the Chargers, if they are going to be moving to Los Angeles. But we'll see what happens. They may stay another year and just play in that old piece of garbage stadium that they've been playing for so many years. It might be, like I said before, this might be a funeral game. Probably the last ever appearance in San Diego. So the people in San Diego, if you're watching this video, this could be the last ever game that you're attending to in San Diego. But they could move to Los Angeles. We'll see what happens. I guess the Chiefs. The Cardinals against the Rams. The Cardinals. The Oakland Raiders against the Denver Broncos. You know, I would have picked the Raiders to win. But they don't have Derek Carr. I'm going to pick the Broncos. But Oakland could surprise me if they do win this game. But it's still a tragedy. If they want to win the AFC West, then they got to win this game. They made the playoffs, which is a plus. But I'm picking the Broncos to win. The New York Giants against the Redskins. The Redskins are trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. And hopefully that they hope that the Lions could lose, the Buccaneers could lose, and the Vikings could lose. I'm going to pick the Giants to win. I picked the New York Giants to win. The Seahawks against the 49ers. The Seahawks are going to win this game. And hopefully this is the last game that Chip Kelly will ever coach in San Francisco. Because Chip Kelly, in my opinion, doesn't deserve to have a job as a head coach of the NFL because he is that terrible. Just because you beat the Rams twice this season back-to-back doesn't mean anything. You cheer like you're going to keep your job and blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you one thing right now. If any Chip Kelly defenders think that Chip Kelly's going to keep his job and he's going to do better, he'll end up probably like the Browns. They're not going to do well. They're going to suck. They're going to continue to suck. They're going to keep missing the postseason until they figure out what the hell were we thinking. I wish they had a time machine and go back to the time where they were thinking about getting rid of Jim Harbaugh. New Orleans Saints against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to pick the Falcons to win. And this is the game that will determine the NFC North. The Green Bay Packers go to Ford Field against the Detroit Lions. This is the NFC North Championship. Or it could be a wild card playoff game. Or it could be a wild card, what do you call it? I guess you could call it the winner will get a wild card spot. Depends on what happens in the Vikings game. See what happens. The Green Bay Packers, I've underestimated them. I thought they were just a finished team. I'm gonna pick the Packers to win. And I think Detroit will once again not host the playoffs in Detroit. And that is a shame, in my opinion. So that will do it with my week number 17 predictions and my week 16 review. And thank you for watching my video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe today if you haven't. Follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. Links are down below the subscription box. And also, click on the bell button for all updates of whenever I upload a video. With its video gaming, with its live reactions, with its NFL predictions, and more. And on my next video, I'm going to drink this. I hate it. But I got to do what I got to do. So, that will do it. I'm CJ Hawk 85. I'll see you guys later.